Welcome to Start Building Me. It's been a few weeks that I've been off. I've had a lot of stuff to do, but here I am back online, going to get the ball rolling again. I don't expect anybody to be here tonight, but I am here to practice myself because hell, I have to exercise every day, just like you and anybody else that's watching this or needs to be inspired that you need to exercise every day. Watch for your diet. This is just a human trait, people. It is not an athlete thing or a celebrity thing. You've got to exercise and you've got to work out every single day of your life, and that's why I'm here to teach you how to do it. If you do not want to go to the gym, you don't want to start in any sports team, you can start building yourself right here in my virtual studio, which is your virtual room. Wherever it is that you want to train, you just basically need this much space around you to do some exercises with me every night for 10-15 minutes. I am not going to be in that long tonight because I'm feeling pretty tired. It's been pretty hot and I do not want to train too much on my first day back, so I just figured I'd swing by, make sure all my equipment's working, do a few squats, do a few push-ups as per usual, and get my dialogue flowing, get my mojo back, so to speak, so I have something that I have to offer as a influencer, or the anti-influencer as I like to think of myself as, because I'm trying to get you to exercise, folks, and then get the hell out of your house, get out of the internet, or get off the internet rather, and enjoy life away from the drudgery of various social medias, folks. I can't stress that if I had grown up with social media, I don't think I would be doing too well mentally. So I am always trying to inspire people to get up and out. But if you want to get into the habit of exercising and know what to do, then please come here and learn a thing or two. Jazz in the house, good to see you. Back after 2 weeks now, nearly. My goodness, it has been a long time. And I've got to repent now. So let's walk and talk whilst we get to it. Doing a few squats. What is it called? A squat or exercise, folks. Just take it easy as a first time back. I don't want to damage any tendons or ligaments, so I'm just going to do a few and take it easy. Hope my mic doesn't ride up as it is doing now. Good to be back indeed. Already yawning. The contagion will spread, hopefully not, but as somebody who usually goes to bed in 30 minutes to an hour from now, you can see why I am yawning. Always good fun. Anyway, what we're doing, I will explain it today because it's been a while. We're doing some squats, standing shoulder width apart, sitting back into your heels, breathe in on the way down. It's like you're sitting down on a chair, sitting down onto the edge of your bed, to that effect. What does it say? Percentage grip strength is the most important. I'll have to make sure. I must have pressed percentage sign on my keyboard whilst making that note. That is strange, but yes, true, it is tallying time and points on the cloud bot as this beta phase is testing the point and giveaway service that I am going to be having on Start Building Me eventually. But let's get into that later in the week when my brain's functional, and until then we'll do some squats, get the blood pumping, and I don't know what I'm doing today, just probably going and reading some books, hustling the dogs, and having an early night as always. That's why I'm yawning, because I'm getting up these days at 5 o'clock in the morning, folks, so I'll try and pump the blood, try and wake myself up a bit, doing sets of 5 tonight, getting the blood pumping through our body, folks, because your body chemistry requires exercise. My favorite podcast online is Drive, a podcast by a physician and former McKinsey & Company consultant called Peter Attia. He is a doctor that is concerned in his career with longevity, and it's very interesting what he has to say. 100%. And he talks about exercise more or less being the panacea for longevity and all the things that go with it. I'm going to pick up my kettlebell. Try and get the blood pumping a little bit harder. And then try not to blow out my tendons at the same time. I I got whiff of a documentary or series called The Chimp Empire from seeing a podcast on Matt and Shane's secret podcast, as well as the Joe Rogan Experience. They were talking about it, so it's something I want to check out. If you have and haven't seen the Chimp Empire, it's supposed to be pretty good. So that's my media suggestion for the evening. What other tidbits of information did I have? Ascorbic acid is good for your gums. So scurvy was cured, as you probably know, by limes, lemon, oranges, even potatoes and onions that contain quite a decent amount of vitamin C in them. And scurvy was always something that was noticed on long sea voyages by the gums of sailors first. So a way to combat scurvy is with ascorbic acid or vitamin C, but specifically ascorbic acid. So I've noticed I've had a little bit of gingivitis. I've got the dental appointment in 2 weeks, a little bit of plaque that builds up. You can use salt to counter it, but also ascorbic acid. So that was my interesting supplementation find this week. Yes, put Chimp Empire on. I think it could be worth watching. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Diplomat on Netflix. I will check it out. Rufus Sewell. I'll check it out. Diplomat. Oh man. There's something about streaming, when I'm streaming, that makes me yawn more. I never yawn normally at all, even when I'm tired. It's only here. It's a very strange phenomenon. 7 minutes left. 7 minutes rather. 3 minutes left of squats. So do whatever you've got, folks. If we can get a few in today at the first time back, that is what we're aiming for. Just get the blood pumping a little bit. Nothing serious on the first time back. As always, just making sure nothing gets damaged, nothing gets torn. So we're just trying to do a few low-level sets. 2, 3, 4, 5. Trying to get my blood pumping so I stop yawning, so the contagion doesn't spread. As sanity in the house. Yawning is a lack of oxygen to the brain. Is that true? Sounds like a wives' tale, but I don't know. I guess I just go to pumping blood and oxygen around the body, closed in a room. Maybe. Ooh, interesting. Maybe. What I do know, which would give some credence to that, is I used to have a CO2 gauge in my bedroom when I close a window at night versus having a draft going through and the window open whilst living at sea level on the coast in Maroubra. You would normally have 450 to 550 atmospheric parts per million of CO2. If you close the door and had no flow and close your windows, it would be up to 3.5 to 4,000 parts per million in the morning. So you'll definitely feel more revitalized and fresh if you have a window open during the night. Something that I don't have at the moment, but I usually have aircon going, which is drawing air from the outside. That's what I heard re-oxygen. Very interesting. So why are you getting less oxygen at night? Something I'm going to have to look up, or something that somebody will have to send me a link to. I will undoubtedly look at it. I find that very interesting. I'm curious to see why that is the case. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I was about to say the aircon, yeah. But at the moment, in the freezing tropical North Queensland winter, I haven't had the aircon on. But it's, ow, I kicked my kettlebell. Ow, my eyeball. I haven't had the aircon on. I've had 2 smelly mongrel hounds there instead, because our bodies are slow down, ready to rest. Perhaps that would make sense, and there is nothing else that would make sense of it. So interesting. I just cycled for an hour. It's so strange. It's like, how would I not have oxygen going through my blood? I think there's surely a psychosomatic component to it as well. So I'm here, I associate being in here with yawning, and it's sort of a self-fulfilling prophecy almost, something to that effect. Anyway, I'm going to do 10 more squats with my kettlebell, do some push-ups and get out of here. Good to see people in the house, so, and back into Start Building Me. Folks, you have to exercise. You have to exercise. You have to watch what you eat. These are not revolutionary or revelationary things that I'm talking about. They're just facts. Facts that have been misconstrued and hidden, swept under the carpet. I don't know why. Profitable to keep people feeling sick and eating garbage. So please, for the love of whatever deity you choose to kneel down and pray to, if any, even if those gods are the Norse gods or the gods of metal, undoubtedly like jazz worships, or himself maybe. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and we'll call that in the bag for the first day. What do we got here? Technical issues. Down to camera 2. Camera 2 is working. Who knew? So push-ups, folks, shoulder width, spread your fingers. Make sure you get some stability. Instead of keeping your hands like that, we're not swimming. We're trying to spread out our fingers to give ourselves more purchase on the ground. Sending messages through to your brain that you're doing something difficult. You can do them off your knees if you prefer. I need to obviously get some blood pumping to stop yawning. Have you noticed I already have stopped yawning? So that's funny. I have stopped yawning because I have pumped the blood through my body. As Sanity has pointed out, a lack of oxygen is what causes us to yawn. So despite cycling for an hour and doing a 6-kilometer sprint at the end of it, I mustn't have had enough oxygen going through to my brain. Perhaps a blockage like an aneurysm, folks, if I die in my sleep. Avenge my death. To, I don't know who, but... I'm just trying to ease my tendons back into training. My big toes hurt. That's why maybe if I wanted to take some pressure off my big toes, I could do push-ups like that off my knees. But it's not so dire yet. It will be. But maybe I need an naproxen this evening. Stretch my quadriceps a little bit. Remember to breathe while cycling. Yeah, I think I was, because my heart rate, I was trying to get between 150 to 160 to zone 3 for the first time really since I've started working. So I've neglected my cardio for the last few months and it's starting to get to me, folks. That's why I wasn't here last night. Snapped. Even my goodwill, my Homer Simpson mild manner can come to a crashing halt sometimes. My not so mild manner. Actually, I've been quite mellow in my older age, but something blew a gasket last night, that's for sure. Anyway, 40 minutes on the clock. I'm going to do another 2 minutes and get out of here. Good 15-minute workout. Good to be back. And the bare minimum, which is always what I'm prescribing here at Start Building Me. You really don't have to exercise so much, folks. Just 10-15 minutes here and there. And that's what I've been doing today. In between work, kilometer run here and there. Ran this morning, bit of a cycle. Get the blood pumping. Obviously not enough, and that's why I'm yawning. But what can you do? 15 more seconds. And I'm out of here, folks. Chimp Empire, and what was that I'm watching, Joe's? Going to check out and not download illegally, but look for the streaming service that it's on. Diplomat, I think you said, something to that effect. 15 minutes on the clock right now. 10 more push-ups and I'm out of here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now, I'm probably not going to be able to sleep, but who cares? Because life's short. You can sleep when you're dead or something. No, that's not true. Sleep 8 hours a night. Have a good night, folks. Good to be back. And I'll hopefully have my brain back by tomorrow night to get some traction and some momentum on Start Building Me for the rest of the week. Have a good night.